Hi, and welcome to this new episode in which you will get a vocal workout to expand your range really fast. Let's dive into it. Here we go. Hi, and welcome. In this episode, you're going to get the best exercises to expand your range really fast. Now, before we get into those exercises, I do want to share a few common mistakes that many beginners make, and that is that they don't really practice consistently. And maybe that is something that you notice with yourself as well. Many beginner singers, they want to sing, so they just type in their favorite song and then karaoke on the back in YouTube, and then they just sing. Or when they're practicing a vocal technique, they might do an exercise once and then leave it at that. But really, it's the consistency and the repetition that will make the difference. So many beginner singers, they don't realize that your voice and your vocal muscles are actually things that you can train. And your range is something that can be expanded. So your range or your vocal range is really how high and how low you can sing. And many people think that this is predetermined. So you're born with a certain range. And that, although that's partially true, because obviously there is a limit, this is definitely something that you can expand using the right exercises. And that's what we're going to be covering today. Also, something that many beginner singers do is that they only focus on the high notes. So when they're expanding their range, they're only focused on trying to sing higher and higher and higher, when really it's also working on those lower pitches that will make a difference in the higher pitches. So it's really the combination that we want to have. So once that you're aware that these are mistakes that many beginner singers make, and maybe you're aware that you might be making them or maybe not, once you are aware of those, you can actually start doing something about it. And that brings us into the world of the confident and the trained singer. And that's ultimately where we all want to get, to that trained singer world. And once you get there, then practice is something that you do on a consistent basis, because you know that it's all about muscle memory and it's all about consistency, and then that will really make the difference instead of just doing it once and then forgetting about it, right? Also, when you are in that world of the trained singer, then you know exactly what kinds of exercises need to be sung in order to train those vocal muscles or in order to expand your range. And the trained singer will also focus on every part, high notes, low notes, all the notes in between. And that's really what we're going to be doing today. So as you might know, we always operate from the 4 Sing Yourself to Freedom formula pillars. We got mindset, we got vocal technique, we got connection and creativity. And today we are in the vocal technique pillar, obviously. And this is actually a topic that got discussed a few days ago in the Singing Insiders, which is a membership for passionate singers just like yourself. And this person was asking for extra exercises regarding training their range. And so this kind of inspired this episode, I guess. So let's dive into it with the first exercise. We're going to be doing it on a brrr, so a lip trill. If this is a hard sound for you, there might be some causes like breath support and stuff, but we're not gonna be diving into that today. You can use your fingers to help you. So put your fingers in the corner of your mouth, and don't take it all the way back. Like if you're watching on YouTube, you can see me do it, but if you're listening on the podcast, I'm trying to describe it with my words. Don't push it all the way back towards your earlobes, right? And don't push it all the way up towards your eyes. We just want to support the corner of your mouth so that the lip trill happens more easily. So I hope that works for you. And if that's hard, you can also do a rrr, like a tongue trill, or a v sound. So for this first exercise, we're just going to stretch out our vocal cords using an octave and a half. So it goes like this. Do it with me. without me, by yourself. Yes. Last one. Beautiful, beautiful. So this first exercise is really designed just stretch out the vocal cords and get everything moving, getting that blood moving around the vocal folds as well. So the second exercise is about activating the head voice. And today, because this is a vocal workout episode, I'm not going into the technical stuff, like why is head voice and what is head voice and how do you activate head voice. We have other episodes around those topics. For now, we're just really getting into the doing of things. So just give me a yoo-hoo! That's your head voice, and we're just going to be doing this one. Coo, 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 coo. And make it as dramatic as possible. Make it as operatic as you can. Here we go. And coo, 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 coo. Coo, 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 coo. Coo, 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 coo. Beautiful. Coo, 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 coo. By yourself. Last one. Beautiful. So this is an amazing exercise to really stretch the cords and train that higher register. Now let's go into the lowered pitches. We're going to activate our chest voice. And again, I'm not talking about what chest voice is and how you activate it. That's for another episode. Right now, we're just going to be doing it. And we're adding some twang. And again, twang is a vocal technique. I'm not gonna dive deeper into it. The only thing that you can remember for now is that it's an ugly sound. So give me a wah, wah, wah. That's twang. So what we're basically going to be doing is ma with a little bit of twang in it. Let me hear that. Here we go. And ma. Let's continue. The more twang you can add. Yes, doing great. Last one. Beautiful, beautiful. That's really good for the deep notes there. Great. Okay, next exercise is a yawn. So think of the sound oh, and we're just going to be jumping from, let's do it from high to low. So we're basically going to do oh, and then going higher and higher. And the idea really is that we keep it light, even a breathy onset, and in head voice, obviously. Let's start here. Just yawning. Oh, and by yourself. Oh, beautiful. Keep on yawning. Don't squeeze anything. Last one and beautiful, beautiful. And really the important thing with this last exercise is to keep the openness, keep the relaxation, because this is where we tend to squeeze and push and strain our voices, and we don't want to be doing that. Okay, last one. We're going to be doing octave jumps on an E. And so here it's really important that you keep the E very sharp. So for me, sharpness, I feel that in the front of my face, kind of like next to my nose. We make it really sharp and think the sound more forward instead of making it breathy. That's not going to serve us for this exercise. So we're really looking for that sharpness. Let's try that together. Here we go. And yes, beautiful. That's it. Keep it sharp. By yourself. Yep, we're continuing. Beautiful. one. Keep it sharp. That's amazing. That deserves a virtual high five. Well done, well done. Congratulations on finishing this vocal workout. Now, before I leave you, I need to tell you that this is one of the common mistakes that we covered before. Many singers, they will go through these exercises, do them once, and then leave them for what they are. I'm encouraging you to keep on repeating these exercises. Give it a week, maybe 2 weeks, where you do these every day. And feel and hear the difference in your voice. Actually, I would love to hear how that progress is going for you when doing these vocal workouts a few times a week. So message me on Instagram, Maggie Yellen, or send me an email, or just drop something down below here in the comments. But these exercises will truly have power once you start doing them consistently. That's the secret, my dear. So before I leave you to it, I did tell you that today we are in the vocal technique pillar, and we have worked on range today. There is actually way many other techniques that we can discover. And in a few short days, I'm actually giving a free training around the most important vocal technique that you need to master in order to feel that vocal freedom when singing. And I really want to invite you to join us for that. I'll link to it in the description here down below. And yeah, for the rest, I just want to thank you so much for having joined me during this episode, for having spent your time here with me. I know there's many other choices for you to spend your time, but you were here, so thank you. I'm very grateful. Keep on doing these exercises, and I'll see you here again next week. Bye.